Okay guys, so I wanted to bring you guys along. I do have my growing station set up, and I totally forgot to even videotape any of it. So I do use the Pro Hex, Jiffy Pro Hex, or Fairy More, excuse me, Fairy More. And I've had this for a few days now, for a couple of days. I've got the things I want to start out with as soon as the garden is ready. Look at here, I utilize my egg cartons to get the thing up high enough to where I don't have to move my light, because it's all, wired up and whatever. And with my new sticks that I got from Walmart, they're too tall. They don't quite fit in there very good. So they kind of make the back of the thing stick up. But it's holding a lot of moisture and humidity in there. And then, of course, I got my I'll show you here, my heat mat. It's right here. It's nice and warm. And they're doing really good. The bottom one, I haven't seen anything coming through. I'll open it up so you guys can take a look. I haven't seen anything coming through. This one has mainly got my tomatoes and a few flower seeds. But I don't see anything coming up right now. I only water it in the morning, and then I check it at night before I turn the lights out. I turn the lights off at night and leave the lights on through the day so that I can... But on this tray, they're doing pretty good. They're really popping up today. I've got some zinnia seeds from Baker Creek, and I got some blue curly kale. It's a dwarf kale coming up. And, oh, look at that on the end. Those purple cabbages. What is the name of those purple cabbages? I can't think of the name of them. I'd have to look in my box. So this is my little grow station. I just have this has got all my seeds in it. It's got my Clyde's calendar in it for spring planting. And that's the potting mix that I use. It's pretty cheap by the bag, and I usually buy 2 or 3 bags. One bag did both of these, and there's probably enough in there to do another one, because I do have another thing here. Now, once my vegetable seeds get up, then once they come out of there and they go into their 4-inch pots or 3-inch pots or whatever I decide to put them in, then I'm going to plant a bunch of flower seeds this year, because we've done a lot of work to the yard and things like that, and I want to plant some flowers for the bees and butterflies and things like that around in the area. And probably some more herbs. I am thinking about doing some market gardening, or not market gardening, I'm sorry. Farmer's market this year, if I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Can you see that little guy in there? Isn't he so cute? I just love him. It's coming up pretty good. One of the viewers today, not viewers, excuse me, it's a Facebook group for gardeners that I am on. I really love it. The communication there on those garden outlets or with Facebook is really inspiring. I learn things, and I'm able to help people, that are new at this, to, get started and things like that. And everybody has been wonderful, very helpful, very complimentary. Just it makes it all worth it. When you feel like you're doing a good thing and you're helping people, it's always pretty good. So, all right, that's a follow up on my seeds. Like I said, it's only been a couple of days, and I've already got sprouts coming up. So, one of the things I don't do is fertilize when they're seedlings. I just use that potting mix, and I'll pull it out here so you can see it. Now, Jiffy's Natural Organic Seed starting mix. It's really nice and soft soil for those seeds to be able to get their little roots down there and germinate. And ProHex is the seed starting things that I use. There's 72 cells for root development in there. This is the back of it. And they do come out, and they don't have holes in the bottom. So what I do is I put in one of these, when I first started, I put my soil in the first day, and I put 2 cups, I think it holds 2 cups or 4 cups of water in this part with the seed, the trays in there with the soil in them, and I allow that soil to soak up that water. And then when I start seeing the darker soil, then I know the water has reached to the top, and I don't put any more water in the bottom. Then I will give that a day under the light, so that it builds up the humidity and the moisture, and that way that the heat mat has time to regulate that temperature under there. And then on the second day, I will go in and start sowing my seed. And that evening, after I sow my seeds, unless I do it that evening, and then the next morning, I will use my little sprayer. This is all I will use. Just spray it on there. It doesn't have to be a stream, just a little mist along the top to keep the top moist. And then if it seems like there's an area that seems like it dries out the most, then I'll concentrate on that area. But I will not water anymore into the container until I start seeing a lot of dryness. Then and usually that's about, this is 4 days now since I put the water in there. Usually, probably in the next couple of days, I should start seeing more of the seed cells starting to dry up, and then I will only water spritz on the top. If for some reason I feel like they're drying out too fast, I might put a little water under there, but it won't be a lot. Maybe a cup, 2 cups maybe. But because you don't want to overwater, because that'll rot your seeds or drown your seeds, and you don't want that. So you just want it moist, okay? All right, y'all, I'll update you guys in a couple of days. Listen, everybody stay safe. We're going to get through all this virus stuff going on, and we're going to get back to work before too long, hopefully. Remember, God can only, He's only going to give us more than what, He wouldn't give us any more than what we can handle. So, just in saying that, God bless everybody. Hey, like and subscribe my channel. I'll keep you posted on my seedlings and how they're doing. This is actually a new growing setup for me. Usually I don't have a big window here. And yes, I do have the lights on in front of the window. Once it starts warming up outside, then I will probably turn the lights off if I feel like my seedlings are getting enough light. Those lights are designed for growing. That's what they're designed for. So, yeah. Okay. God bless, guys. Be safe, and see you next time. Like and subscribe.